The Oklahoma City Thunder has 2 free agents and may have to decide which one to keep.
We're going to talk about which one they should keep. From the Opupco Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. I'm Jenni Carlson. That's Mike Sherman. Okay, Mike, the 2 guys that they're looking at to try to re-sign, who you think they should try to keep?
Well, the Thunder's got Daquan Cook, a restricted free agent, meaning they have the rights to match any offer anybody else makes for him. They also have Nazr Muhammad, who is a free agent. Anybody can sign him. He can go wherever he wants. Here's the 2 very different choices here. A big man who's older and you know exactly what you got versus a 3-point specialist who really is quite young. I mean, he played with Greg Oden and Mike Conley at Ohio State. He's in his early 20s, just like all the rest of these players. And so Daquan Cook could become a little bit more than a 3-point specialist. At times this season, he showed that he could be. I think he almost got a double-double one time on rebounds. And, of course, they took him out of mothballs, which he ended up playing about as much as Nazr Muhammad did during the regular season because Nazr Muhammad didn't join the team till March. I think you got 2 very tough choices. I just think in Muhammad, you got to back up, and in Cook, you don't.
Well, and I think this may be as much a question about what the Thunder believe to be true about their developing big men, guys like Byron Mullins, guys like Cole Aldrich. Do they think that they're getting to the point where they're going to be able to play sustained minutes that are good minutes in a backup role? That's what Muhammad gave you. He gave you that other big guy that was lanky, that was long, was able to come in if Serge Ibaka was in foul trouble. We didn't see him much down the stretch of the playoffs, but he played some pretty key minutes for this team off and on. I think the bigger question may be, what do they think about those young centers? I personally think that they should keep around Daquan Cook. I think the upside is higher, but it's a tough choice for this team.
Well, it's a tough choice, too, because of that whole thing about you know what you got on one hand and you got upside on the other. The same thing applies. You pretty much know what you're going to have to pay Nazr Muhammad. The scale for big men is set. Big men over 30 with a championship who might only play 11 minutes, 10 minutes a night. Daquan Cook, we really don't know what he's going to want. He's a shooter, thinks he's a scorer. He played on the Miami Heat. He had some moments. He made about $2 million last year. He's finishing up his rookie deal. He says he wants to be here. He said it in Dayton, Ohio this week, which is why we're talking about it now. He said, I want to stay here. Of course, Nazr Muhammad said the same thing. But the problem is we don't know what Daquan Cook wants. And the market for 3-point shooters might be a little bit higher. Look, we're reaching into the fog here a little bit. The labor agreement between the players and the owners expires July 1. We might even know the answer to this question until October 1 if this goes poorly. I just think with Muhammad, you know what you got. And with this franchise, I think Daquan Cook, if he wants to come back, it's going to have to be sort of that salary slot in the $2 million range.
Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.